Ms. James and I have made 18 tours outside the United States, world tours, and in the years when we really couldn't afford it financially, we did it anyway. And I'm glad we did. Now we could afford it, but we're not physically or mentally able to sit in the airport while they repair an airplane engine, at 2:30 in the morning, As I say, we've made 18 tours and pretty well covered the world. And we think that Pike County is the best place in the world. And we agree with Tom Magruder, who said long ago that when Christ comes back for the second coming, he's coming to Pike County first. And we believe that. So in 1945, we came back here with no money. We were 30 years old. We had no car, we had no house, we had no furniture, and we had no money. And the people here have accepted us and been very generous with us. And the Rotary Club had a big hand in that because it gave me contact with the most successful people in the county, and who they could answer my questions about what to do and what not to do, and teach me the difference between making money and having money. Most people never learn that difference, but there is a difference. So we've been very happy here, and when we came back, one of the first things we did to let people know we were here to stay, we bought 12 cemetery lots. And we have 2 children, 4 for each of them and 4 for ourselves. So we're here to stay. This is home. And we think this is the choice spot of the whole world, really. The weather, no extremes, and we have people who are thoughtful and courteous, high-class people. I'm soon going to be 91. 23rd of July next month, and I don't go out much at night because I can't stand there by myself, and I can't carry a tray down the line to get food, and I cause problems for people. Somebody has to look after me. I don't brag about that, but it's just a fact of life. One of the funniest things I've heard at the Rotary Club, and in some of my books, I mentioned a good many of those. One speaker we had one day was just tickled us all when he said that when you're old, your parts that ain't hurting ain't working. I thought that was a very clever remark, and now I know it's a very apt remark. Your parts wear out in your car and also your body, and you need to be prepared mentally to adjust to that. So I don't go out much. And I fall down a lot, and that's a part of being old. I've been pronounced dead 6 times, 4 times with heart failure, and once with sleep apnea, and once with I fell on my head out here in the driveway and took 7 stitches in my scalp. And my shoulders weren't touched by the pavement, and my back wasn't. The doctors at the University Medical Center in Jackson were surprised that my neck wasn't broken. Since I weighed nearly 250 pounds at that time, just to fall on your head. Nobody pushed me, and I didn't stumble over anything. Equilibrium is a big problem for old people, and they fall down a lot. And as one member, famous speaker, said at our club, they not only fall down a lot, they cry a lot. And we have problems of old people, but we are thankful. And we were looking at the TV one night and we saw Jack Benny tell somebody, they said, "How are you, Mr. Benny?" He said, "Well, I'm 80 years old, and when you're 80 years old, you've had more good luck than bad, or you wouldn't be here." And I subscribe to that, so I'm very blessed. This is home. We want to stay here till our days are up. And we, of course, don't know how many days we have left. Nobody does. Much of my philosophy of life is based on the writings of a famous Presbyterian minister named Dr. John McIntosh. And one of the things that is so memorable about his works is that he said even God does not require that we be perfect. He doesn't even require that we do well. Said all he requires is that we do the best we can. And in doing that, he set a standard that anybody can follow. Anybody can do the best they can, you know. And a lot of people can't do unusual and marvelous things. My wife is a fine natural scientist. She was a professor at Mississippi University for Women when we married. I'm not good at natural sciences. My emphasis was on politics and civic matters and finances. I've been on 6 bank boards in my life. And I am not good at an awful lot of things, but Dr. McIntosh says, you can't use that as an excuse. He said, God only requires that you do the best you can, you know. That's a simple thought, but people need ideas that bring them back to earth to keep them from jumping in the river and making fools of themselves.
That's a good philosophy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for doing this, Mr. Newt. And
who do I send my bill to?